going on, guys? Have another post-game commentary for you here, where I I really wanted to share this game for the reason that our Thanatos goes like 30-4. I'm gonna spoil it right now. It's pretty impressive. I'm actually gonna fast forward this because no one wants to see me run around. Nothing exciting really happens. Then, alright. So our Thanatos does really well. And I go up against an Anhur that was giving me trouble at first, and then I gave him the business. And I was proud of myself for it, and I thought a game where I'm giving this Anhur the business, and a game where this Thanatos goes like bajillion and 0, roughly, you know, give or take a bajillion and an 0. I wanted to put it up. And because I didn't record it initially, because you know my exploit was giving me troubles. Recently, it's been better, so I wanted to make sure I recorded it at least afterwards. So that's what this is. So as far as like a lane, maybe it would have been better if I got my meds, but it's like as far as lanes go, I think we probably have the better lane game, and that's just because we have Geb. And so if they try and stub me with the Tiger, or if Anhur tries to knock me up, I can get shielded and be okay from all that stuff. So at this point, I should have my dash. I don't know why I'm not using it. It might have been down. I know I did dash into the wave earlier, and I was also forced to use my potion earlier, or early I should say, which is also unfortunate. That's like the thing you want to hold on to the longest as a hunter. Let's see, Anhur, yeah, he rushed Devo gloves, which is strange. You can do it on Anhur just because I just feel like he has some natural damage anyway. He has a lot more than most other hunters, so it kind of can afford not to have that attack speed. But I like the what's it called? Death Toll. I like the Death Toll start just for that little bit of survivability, a little bit of attack speed. So a lot of people would expect you not to attack there. If Anhur wouldn't have jumped away, I probably could have killed him and then died to the minions. So it's probably better that he did jump away. I remember at this point the Geb was calling me a madman for being so aggressive, but that's what you gotta do. So I'm gonna back as well. You can see Anhur. Okay, I'm not gonna back. I think I'm gonna do this wave and then back, and you'll see what happens. But so Anhur has his Devo gloves finished. I have not backed yet, and at this point I'm pretty low in health. But I figured I should be okay. Probably nothing bad's gonna happen. You know, what could possibly go wrong? And then what could possibly go wrong does go wrong, because he has his ult. 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 Okay, he hasn't used it yet. I figured he would. I forget. Okay, now he does. And that's all she wrote. I should have just been more careful though. That isn't so much of him beating me as it is me beating me. He did take advantage of the mistake I made, so you know, all the credit to him, but it wasn't like an outplay 1v1. So I'm gonna watch this Sun Wukong because I'm still getting to lane. Aphrodite just got killed. As you can see, our Thanatos 1-0. Soon enough, it's gonna be even more. He has a really good game. Sorry for my yawns, but yeah, at this point, Anhur's ahead of me. He got the early kill, and he also has his Devo gloves finished. Usually, if he would have done the Devo gloves, like that's a good sign that you can kill him. Like, that's why most people don't start Dove Gloves. They start with Dust Ball. So I had to waste my ult, but that was the only way I saw myself getting out because I didn't have my res or anything. Or my dash. And also I got a little bit of damage off on her, but he healed it back up, so it doesn't really even matter. I knew he was gonna jump there. I knew I wouldn't confirm, but I was having trouble hitting my auto attacks for a second, so that's why I hit an auto attack there and missed that one, and I didn't want to die. So the only way I knew I could confirm the dash. So although it was an aggressive dash, I knew that I wouldn't be punished for it because no one was in the area. So I dashed after missing a couple auto attacks to confirm it, and then Geb shielded himself. It was on accident, but I still just think it's funny. I was teasing him the rest of the game for it. He meant to shield me, and then I dashed into him, or I walked into him. So basically, Anher and I are even right now. I do have a level up on him, but we're both 1-1. He has his gloves finished, and I do not. Yawning again, sorry guys. I'm gonna back and finish my gloves. He probably has about 10 stacks on it, maybe 15, so he's gonna have a little bit of an advantage. But at this point, I'd say we're pretty even, given the fact that I have a level up on him. Just gonna watch Geb here. Usually when I back, nothing exciting happens. That's why I'll watch another god until then. But here I am getting to lane, so I guess we can watch. So I just elected to dash out of the range of his spear because I didn't want to get hit. At this point, although I do have a level up on him, he has Devo gloves. I did see Freya there. I wasn't worried about her. She was running away. He has Devo glove stacks and he has his passives, so he definitely can hit pretty hard right now. So that was bad. I really shouldn't have been there. Like, I don't know what I was doing. Looking back, like, that was very poor of me. Oh, going to Santos. Lands the death side. I'm gonna rewind for that. The most important part about playing Thanatos is landing that. He did. He chunked on her for a third of his health. And then he has full health. Like, that's really useful. And I'm gonna be alive in 20 seconds. Oh my gosh. So we're just gonna watch Thanatos here. He is currently 2-0. Thanatos is a really cool god. I just like the fact that he heals from killing things. He has a really interesting kit that, like, even still kind of throws me off. Like when he kills a teammate and we're joining on him and we can get him, and he kills a teammate and then all of a sudden he has like a fifth of his health back. It's just a mechanic that, like, I'm not used to, and using health for abilities instead of mana. Well, use mana too, but it just makes him really interesting and fun to play and different, and that's the most important thing, is that he's different. I'm just taking auto attacks right now, and then I realized at this point I could probably out-trade him because I think I'm pretty decent at landing auto attacks in those situations. So I turned around and he backed off, and I had minions, so that was the smartest thing for him to do. Both level 9. He has Pem boots, which is a big difference. Like, at this point, I'd rather have Pem boots than the death toll that I have. So his kind of greedy choice paid off because he didn't get punished for it. That's his jump down. I'm just gonna dodge as many of those as I can. Land my one dash, knock him up, stun him so that he gets damage from the minions. And then the minions are going to finish him off. Wouldn't have mattered. And that's good for me because I was behind and I beat him in a 1v1. So that kind of tells me at this point, like, although he might have an advantage now and in the mid game he might do a little bit better, in the long run I'm going to have the advantage because I'm just a better player. If you beat someone in a 1v1 and you're behind, like, that that should be a clear indication that you're gonna have a better time in the late game when you're full builds. So it's just a good sign. What I always like to say is the gold difference. So right now they're ahead of us by almost 1,000. The gold difference is a good way to tell how the mid game's gonna go. The kill difference, like in the early game, I'd say around 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, the gold decides how the mid game is gonna go, and the kills decide how the late game is gonna go. It just makes sense because once you get the gold flow going, if it's a significant amount, you're gonna have more items, and you're just gonna be better. But if you have more kills, what am I doing? Anyway, yeah. If you have more kills, then basically, even if they do get the advantage in the mid game, you're gonna, if you outlast that, then you just have the natural smite ability to kill them and take objectives and stuff. So that's the way I always like to look at it. Gold for mid game, kills for late game. Not sure what I'm doing. Didn't land that. Dang. So yeah, I'm kind of out trading him whenever we're close like that. He used his spear. I think I still have my one up, so. Not really a whole lot to commentate about right now. We're mostly just farming up. Usually by 10 minutes, and I haven't used my ult yet really aggressively at all, which, you know, maybe I should have, but I kind of like to save it just in case I need to use it if I get like on her stunned or pillared in something. So here's where I get creative. I thought at this point I was like, I can definitely ult into the mid lane. I noticed they were all low, so I started to go over, and then I remembered how low on her was. I saw that we were getting kills, so they didn't need my help, and then landed my one. That's a quick and easy kill on her. He thought he was safe. You're never safe when Apollo's around. But so out of that, they get kills in the mid lane. I get a kill on her. They have their solo laner up, and that's the only person. That's a gold fury. That's 1,500 gold, 11 minutes in. That's pretty big. So that's going to allow me to finish my boots. I really hope I finish my boots here. And I do. We're just going to watch Thanatos, I guess. So... Sorry, I'm yawning a lot. I had to finish rank 3 beads pretty early because they had cat stun from Sun Wukong, and then they also had the pillar stun from Anher, the Impale. And I didn't want to have to put up with that, especially if he... And he decided to go Rage. Well, he ends up going Rage. Right now it's just rank 1, but he ends up getting Rage, which is a weird build, but he critted a lot, so maybe it's... Look, he got 307 on me there, and I remember, like, freaking out. I was like, what is this? This should not be possible. But it's because he built crit, so... They get really aggressive here. I mean, it's obvious how aggressive they are. I noticed I was getting hit by Anher, so I went behind the minions. And they're really low right now. Like, I get the kill on Freya, and they got the kill on our support. I was not going to let him get away. So I got the kill on him. Mezzed him so that Thanatos could get here. Cleaned him up. That was a great ult. And Death Scythe. That's Thanatos' one. That was a great combo. That's like the Thanatos combo. And then my Mez kind of set that up for him. So that was good team play. He said he was going up, and so I decided not to attack. Keep him in the stun. I figured their blue buff would be coming up, so I think I decided to look here, but it wasn't up, so I walked away.
Your right tower is under attack.
And then pretty low one. pretty low on mana, so I decided to go for my blue buff, which takes forever. Geb coming, rotating on to me. So Anhur still didn't have enough for his rage, so that doesn't like. He's gonna be just as powerful as he was. It's not like when he backed, he finished it, and now he's gonna have the advantage. It's gonna be pretty much exactly what it was. And at this point, I have 3 levels on him. We probably both have our Deva gloves stacked. We both have boots, and he has some rage. Crit chance, but I have rank 3 beads, so that's cool. I guess I just want to rewind and watch that again because I remember laughing, actually laughing when he did this in the game. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Clear out the minions. Alright, so this Anhur uses his shifting sands. Just watch this. Uses his shifting sands. Bang. Mesmerized. Use my. I should have auto attacked and then used my one, and then auto attacked again. Shifting sands into his stun right there. Completely wasted it, and I was dying. I was actually laughing very hard. That's pretty cool to watch the slow motion. But yeah, I know. I mean, it's really not that funny looking back at it, but oh man, was I rolling? Like I was calling this guy a clown. I wasn't actually like DMing him and calling him a clown, but. So the mistake that this Anhur made was facing me because I'm the best Apollo in the world. It's not actually true, but it will. Not sure why I ulted, but kind of the same thing I did last time. I think he knew it this time. You could see him running around trying to dodge it, but I don't think he had his jump up. Thanatos goes crazy. No reason to attack there, but he almost did. And then he gets life from killing things, so he's gonna take those kills. It's fine with me at this point. I'm fully stacked, so I don't care.
Your right tower is under attack.
Freya's here, so Agni's here. So we just decided to get out. It's not worth it. Except it was worth it after he landed that. I could stun him out of his tiger. I mean, really, this like, and then we were like, Freya's here, time to get out. But I tell you, like, this Thanatos went hard. Like, it was impressive. I was flipping out. Pablo was like wondering what happened because I was like sitting there like shaking. Like, Pablo's my roommate. Yeah. So I'm just gonna probably back here. I think I have a good chunk of change. I can finish Executioner. I like that new attack speed item. I just don't think it's for the hunter build. I feel like if you get that, then you lack penetration until you get that Titan's Bane. I just feel like, you know, it's not as valuable of an item as Executioner is. I do think it has a place on like assassins, mostly like attack speed assassins. So maybe like Mercury. Probably not. This part was funny. I'm sorry. I mean, it wasn't that funny that it's worth me rewinding, but it's funny enough that I'm just gonna fast forward it. So I was just walking, didn't realize what was going on. Saw they were, well, what I thought was fighting, and Geb just doesn't even care. I was laughing because Sun Wukong did absolutely no. Look, and he tries it again, and so I hit him for like 300 health, like probably closer to 375, just because he was being dumb. I don't know why. Immortal. He would attack our Geb when he's 2 levels down, but whatever. So yeah, at this point, Thanatos is immortal, 11-0. And 12-0. Like, he's like he was taking the entire team on at one point in the game. I don't know if it's right now, but I remember looking at the map and just laughing because it was one blue body surrounded by 4 red ones, and I'm pretty sure he killed 3 of them and got away. Like, let the minions take the tower.
Destroyed a left enemy tower.
Figured they'd be rotating to kill me so that we could do something in mid lane.
Your right
And then
tower is under attack.
when decided I couldn't do anything in the mid lane, decided to go for the Gold Fury. This is going to be another 1500 if we get it, which to get 3000 gold for no good reason, that's 600. That's a tier of an idol, and that could be the difference in a fight. Gold Fury is so important. The earlier the Gold Fury, the better, and the more, obviously, the more Gold Furies, the better. So I'm level 18, he's 15. I'm gonna be 3 levels higher than him right now. Doesn't really mean a whole lot because at this point I'm just gonna be leveling my 3, which isn't a big advantage, and he's gonna be leveling his jump, which isn't a main source of his damage. So at this point he could probably fight, and as far as our items are similar, he'd be alright. I, however, have Executioner, whereas he has Rage. So as long as I can land my auto attacks, I should probably do more damage, but in theory, he's gonna be doing more damage with his rage. I thought maybe I could take that, and clearly I could not. So on her, I thought on her was chasing me, and he was for a while, but then he ended up stopping. But decided to push up left lane, and then I decided to stand still and then watch things. They were pointing out on her mid lane, can't let him push the mid tower, and I said that's fine because if he gets mid tower, I'm gonna get left tower, and we had everything warded up. So once he got to like here, I think it was, I'm looking straight at him. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Not too worried about him landing those auto attacks because it's lifesteal, so I'll just get that right back. And it looks like I might back here. Yeah, look at this guy. He thinks he's so smooth that he actually tries to land his spear. You're stupid, Mr. Truest. You're not very true at all. You're a lie. I don't know what that means. Pretty stupid, really. So he might be pushing up. I'm ulting up. We found out that they were near the fire giant. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna rewind that because... Okay, that was weird. My ult was up in like 2 seconds. They thought they were at the fire giant, and then I was like, just tell me if they are. Ulted in, he killed Freya, he killed Sun Wukong. I tried to take the kill. I couldn't even take the kill, right? Because that's how good he was. I think at this point they did actually end up getting it, but they only end up getting it when on her and Agni. And I'm pretty sure Agni dies not soon, but soon enough. I mean, the only ones that are 20 in this game right now are Thanatos and I. It's it's pretty significant. This is why I say we didn't get carried, because oh my god, that 350. I say we didn't get carried because although he was 15 and 1, you know, no one in their lane really did that poorly except for Nuwa. Sorry, except for Nuwa. Especially I went positive, and I, you know, a couple of my kills on her were 1v1s and some were when he was ahead, so I don't really consider us getting carried, but at the same time, you know, we kind of were. I don't know, I considered carried when you wouldn't have won without that person, but we might have, so. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, when you go 15 and 1, you can definitely say you did well no matter what, so. So I don't think we killed Agni. Which means it should be him and on her that have the blue buff. They spot me out.
Your left tower is under attack.
But they're so scared that the on her runs off when he has his spore here. I didn't realize Geb was there. And Afro Diddy and Agni are there, which we knew at this point. I think this is the team fight where, yeah, he does. I did 245 with my dash, wow. I ulted so that we'd get that kill, and then it didn't even matter because he uses Aegis. Literally, I couldn't get a kill in that team fight. I did some good damage, but
Your right tower is under attack.
that was smart of Raw to not back. That possibly end up getting a Phoenix, and even if we can't, we at least got the tower out of it. Freya is backing right now in right lane, so she's gonna be here soon. We end up not getting it, which isn't ideal, but in theory it's really not that bad either because we got the tower and we're just gonna build off of that lead. She used her Aegis, which I was so confused. Like, I didn't think anything there was worth of her Aegis. Like, I don't think Ra had a snipe up. I was only gonna use my one. So that was confusing to me, but I'll take it. I just started the Gold Fury to kind of distract him a bit. This is the part in the match where he's taking on like the entire team. He just got 2 kills. About to try and get 3. Like, I told him I mezzed him, get out, and then he ended up not getting that. He could have, but he was so confident in how big he was that he wasn't being realistic. It was at this point that I realized I could probably kill Afro if she stayed around, even with her healing. I should have my dash up in like 2 seconds. Yep. Gets stunned out. She used her ult, but then New Wall gets the kill. So that was New Wall using her ult exactly how it should be used. Just confirm kills. I mean, it's like one of the best ults in the game now. Alright, so we're gonna watch Ra do his little hoppities. Cool if they could help him out this time. And she died. That was just kind of a bad situation to be in. I didn't see if his Ra snipe hit anyone, but he didn't like get any kills, so. Truist gets a kill on the Geb, which obviously is not ideal, but it happens. I'm not entirely sure how I just brought up this menu. On the bottom, this menu right here, I pressed a button. Anyway, I'm soloing the Gold Fury. Once you get Devo gloves, and I guess we're just gonna see these stats for the rest of the game. Once you get Devo's gloves and boots, I say is when you can solo the Gold Fury. You'd probably lose about half your health, and then by the time you get Executioner is when you can solo it and not lose health. That's at least true for Apollo because he has his attack speed steroid. I think even with the other gods though, it's pretty similar to that. Artemis has an attack speed steroid. Anhur has his buff with his passive and all that stuff, so. Usually 3 items in, you can solo the Gold Fury. That's a pretty good technique if everyone's grouping around Fire Giant and for some reason you're gonna call it over there. So that's his ult. But I'm so confident and cocky that I'm gonna stick around and try and lifesteal off this. And I'm gonna kill these minions. I'm gonna go for it. I have sprint 3, and I have crits. I think I got 4 crits in a row there. That was very lucky of me. And then I ult out. So that was basically a 1v1. used each other's ults, but ended up getting the kill. So then at this point I was going to push right because we had some minions here. I told them to call out whenever they were going to rotate right, and at that point I saw on the map that there were 2 of them coming right. They might have just been going for speed buff, which it looks like they were, but I had nothing to help me out if I were to get caught out, so it was better for me to just back. That's like the thing. That's why Apollo is so good at split pushing, is if he's in trouble, he can just ult out. But without that, you're kind of vulnerable. He does have his mez and his dash and sprint if all that's up, but none of that, well, my sprint wasn't, and my beads might have been, but still my ult wasn't, so that wouldn't have been too useful, and I probably would have died, so it was just better for me to get out at that point. So Sun Wukong was way caught out right, but he was also doing exactly it. And then I don't remember how I died. Apparently I don't. I don't know, but that Agni dash does a lot of damage. Prodigy Pun again, 24 and 3 right now. Like, he's getting tons of kills, and I'm 7 and 2, 7, 2 and 13. So like, half of the kills he got are from my assist that I should have had. Finally, he does get taken out by the Afro. I'm telling them right now, go Fire Giant, go Fire Giant, go Fire Giant. I'll take care of her. I'll take care of her. Took care of her. And then you can see they're grouping around Fire Giant, so they're gonna start it. They're gonna need my damage to finish it, but we do get it. Unfortunately, it's not on Thanatos. He is dead, but he doesn't really need it at this point anyway. Oh, you can see the player damage at this point. I'm at 25,000. Thanatos is at 28,000. His gold per minute is like through the roof. Mine's pretty good too, but it's not nearly as good as his. Alright, so I'm gonna stop watching her now. I'm in mid lane. Landed them basic attacks. At this point, I think I might have Deathbringer, and I do. So I'm gonna be critting for one heck of a lot.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Didn't realize I was over a ward because. Sorry, I'm yawning so much. I was having a couple problems with my frames too, so I was trying to fix that. I think I've fixed a lot of that recently though. Yeah, there's her ult used well. Basically now it's a 4v5. Thanatos is ulting up, he's ready to go in. I'm hitting this thing for 146, so I'm gonna keep hitting it. I'm pretty sure for New I was just hitting it for 188. That's upsetting. Kind of upset I got killed by that Agni bomb there. Because at that point I don't realize how I don't know how he could have had. I'm pretty sure he fired 2 there. I don't know how he could have had all those. But I guess it's my fault just as much as everyone else's. I'm just gonna pause it. Thanatos is an actual madman. Alright, so at the DS side, Aphrodite does come up, but I'm pretty sure this is where it ends. I died 8-3, or I finished the game 8-3, I should say. I did die, which was bogus. And demo battle. Alright, well, you saw the game. Don't know what just happened there. Huh. Alright, that's the important part though. It was a pretty good game, and you could see Thanatos do some madman stuff. It was impressive. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and yeah, that's my Apollo gameplay. Thanks for watching.